And as you know, we've talked about this on the podcast where I believe that my stance is that AI is going to it's going to lead to more job creation in the long term. And sure, there might be some short term job displacement, but what I haven't changed my stance on is that someone with AI is going to replace people that don't use AI. So, as an example, if Neil and I are fighting right now, let's say it's a physical fight, okay? If I'm holding a knife and Neil is holding a gun, in over 1,000 times, who's most likely going to win? It's going to be Neil with a gun, right?
Assuming I can aim right, though.
Yeah. Well, assuming if we fight 1,000 times, you're probably going to win most of them, right?
Yes.
You agree?
Yeah. I agree with you.
Neil, you keep the gun, okay? You keep the handgun. Now I have upgraded to a rifle. Out of 1,000 times, who's more likely to win now?
You, because a rifle, if I'm not mistaken, I've never shot one, or I've actually never even shot a gun. But a rifle, I believe, spreads out, right? So like it's easier to hit the target.
So you might be able to you run out of bullets in like 12 shots. I can shoot rapidly in 30 shots or so, and it's much more rapid fire, right? And then okay, Neil, I have the rifle now. Now you get the machine gun now. You are now more likely to win. So the way I see it now is just like it's no different than Neil riding a horse and I'm driving a car and then he's driving a Formula One car. That's how I see this stuff. And the crazy thing to me, Neil, I was at an event yesterday, and I kind of cited the stat. I was like, look, you have 46% of Americans are pro AI, whereas 87% of Chinese are pro AI. How do you reconcile that, right? And like some people, I'm just like, it just makes you faster. And so the way I see it is like, look, we want to hire people that are very pro AI and are using the tools. Because what I'm seeing, same thing as you, Neil, is that on our end, what we're seeing is people want more work. They want more help. I don't think it's ever going to change that people want help with this stuff. And when we're showing them stuff on the single brain side, when they're looking at how these workflows are working, they're like, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? How about this? How about this? How about this? It's much more of a more. And I'm all here for it because we're all going to do better if we're using these tools.
Yes, and I learned today that a rifle doesn't shoot spread out. I think that's a shotgun.
That's a shotgun. Yes.
Yeah.
You like shotgun versus gun, you'd have a better shot if you had a shotgun. So anyway, all that to say is that's why I think it's really important. Like Neil talks about, his team will they have people that will insert into different squads and maybe not necessarily train, but maybe they'll kind of like set up the work. And on my end, I'm like, okay, maybe we can set up a couple of these apprenticeships with the people that are kind of ahead of the game and figure out how we can spread it throughout the organization. There's no right or wrong way to do it. You can even combine these things.